Now, I want to fix myself. So we're going to rest and recover. Wait, no. I need to do this. And we are going to use unavailable. Why? Why is it unavailable? Huh? I guess maybe I can only fix ice that have finished breaking. Yeah, I can only repair fully broken parts. I see. That's kind of annoying that there's no way to... I really hope we find a way to restore this stuff. The health of our dice without it fully breaking. Because otherwise, it kind of puts you in an awkward situation of kind of wasting time to force them to break so that you can fix them to full, so they don't break at an inopportune time later. I also want to know why the heck this dice is cracked. Let's do some work over here. Get some money and raw scrap, which is good. Wait, what if... I'm wondering if I rest with no stress. It seems like it would let me do that. Let's see if that might shore up our dice. Nope. Well, at least we found out. Okay, we need to buy fuel. We're gonna fill our fuel up. And since it's a -3 on the being tracked, you can just sit here and rack up a whole bunch of scrap. Since this gets us money and actually saves us, since we can hammer that scrap, we can use that scrap to get fixed back at the other place. Make a good bit of money here. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Get all that Flotsam integration. Finally, our hacking skills are coming in clutch, Chad. We are the hacker bot extraordinaire. Was there ever any doubt? All right, now what's that ring around that supposed to mean? Okay, we need to get a wellspring. Helion's Gate. Yeah, so we'll go to Far Spindle for now. Do a couple things here. Head to Helion's Gate. Travel to Wellspring. What the fuck is Wellspring then? I thought Wellspring was the ship docked there. A hollow. Scatter yards, dark side. Oh, that's Wellspring. I would need to go to Holmes Rock and then Wellspring. I see. I'm a potato. All right. Turn some of our raw scrap into normal scrap. Oh. 7 cryo and processed. Okay, so it doesn't give me scrap components. Interesting. Okay. I have 2 dice that are about to break. I hate this. I almost need to get my stress up intentionally so I can get those to break. I don't like that. I really, really don't like that. It's a frustrating anti-synergy. And it feels really tedious to try and juggle that. Okay, we can get our supplies. Get our fuel. Back on the rig. Set him to odd jobs. We do a few things before heading over to mission. Just get some scrap. Trade hall, the rig. Yeah. What if I work a scrapper shift? Okay, 14 cryo. Nice. Cryo. Nice. Do, flip a coin. 1 energy. Them's the breaks. Right, that's the trade hall. The Beltborn Venture. Work at the bar. Align arrays. Do this. We get a 100%. Decent bit of money. Scrap is expensive. Let's see. Well, that burns some energy. Head to the rig. End our cycle. We got 2 more cycles before we need to head over and do that mission to optimize. See if we can get this maxed out. Become a gambler's friend. Why not? I can gamba. I can gamba if I want to. I can lose energy at all. Fitty fitty. Flip a coin. Okay. Well, shit. Let's use one of our good dice this time. Make sure we get a success and can finish impressing Nemba. Just kind of unlock that. Sleeper! Nemba wants to see you. You nod to the other volunteers as you wipe off your hands and clip your cutlery to the magnetic rack. You drift out of the improvised canteen, on your way to the kitchen in the back. It was a busy shift, and each shift seems busier than the last. That makes sense, of course. You've seen the steady flow of refugees arriving from the inner system. Most of them, barely a shit to their name, end up in the underhang. As you cross into the kitchen, you can still hear the rumble of the refugees' conversations through the hatch. The other chef leads you past the rehydrators and the hand-built centrifugal oven to a small office unit at the back of the kitchen. Knock on the door for you, then glide away to finish their own meal, leaving you to wait by it. You look around the small but carefully arranged kitchen as you wait, and a small isopod scurries out. Hey, Sergal, welcome on by. The shifts here have left you familiar with the mix of improvised and salvaged equipment, some of which you have never seen before you came here. Oh, take a look, I had pots. Come in, sleeper. Nemba is perched at a desk, uplit by a small transparent terminal screen, reading glasses perched on the end of his nose. You've seen Nemba before, not as much as you'd imagine you would while working at a place called Nemba's Kitchen. Even though there isn't a proper sign out front, everyone in the underhang knows its name. The man himself is more of a mystery. Apart from the occasional barked order in the busy kitchen, he's little more than a blur to you. Why do you work here? He barely looks up from his terminal screen, scrolling text reflected in his lenses. Like to stay busy. Nemba stops scrolling the screen and looks over his glasses at you. You do well here, sleeper. You're fast, precise, doing good work. He goes back to scrolling. Thanks. Nemba lifts a hand in response. It's my worry, sleeper. Good workers like you, they move on fast. He leans back and looks at you. Oh no, he better not be offering me a manager position. We gotta get the fuck out of here. 10 cycles. Maybe more, maybe less. And then they're gone. And the team gets used to having them here. Gets used to working at that pace. And suddenly, they have to work differently. They have to pick up the slack. Change jobs, change stations. A few of them think, oh, maybe it's time I moved on too. So, what I found is, good workers are trouble. Especially those who come and go like you. He pauses, watching you. Let him speak. This place, it runs on consistency, sleeper. Those that turn up every cycle, good or bad, they get people fed. He takes off his reading glasses, inspecting them for smudges. Let's be honest, that ain't you. Let's cut to it. I can't use you in the kitchen anymore. You're done. He shrugs. Sorry. This place also runs on all those machines out there. The suppliers I can rope in, the donations. Being refugees from the inner system is logistics as much as it is chefing. He shakes his head, which is why I'm cooped up in the back. So maybe you're gone, I'll never see you again. Okay, thanks for coming. We'll soldier on without you. But maybe you still want to be useful. Maybe I heard you have a ship. He smiles at you. Yeah, maybe I heard you chatting. Maybe I have a little something held up in a place only a ship like yours can reach. I negotiated the purchase of some valuable inter-system spores for a group that came from there. They somehow ended up at that depot in the Greenbelt. Nemba sighs. If you head to Greenbelt, you find the delivery, and you bring it back, well, Nemba looks at you pointedly. That would be helping. That would be the kind of helping a good worker and an inconsistent worker might be able to offer me. Nemba squints at you. Seems like the kind of thing that someone genuine, someone who wants to help for real, might do, don't you think? He doesn't wait for your reply. It also seems like the kind of thing that might sit on a list of priorities for so long it disappears and never gets done. I've seen that happen too. I guess we'll find out which it is. He deftly places his reading glasses back on his face and continues to scroll the screen on his terminal. You know the way out, sleeper. You turn in the doorway, slightly taken aback, and it slides shut behind you. You glide out through the kitchen, to the improvised canteen and the people eating and chatting there, and into the cold underhang passageway beyond. All the time considering what you might do next, recalling that persuasive glint in Nimba's eyes. Amazing. Well, we might as well as Gamba. I'm a friend of gamblers, all right. All right, winner, getting all that chicken dinners. All right, coin flip if we succeed. Hey, never punished, except when I am. People are suspicious of sleepers. They get especially suspicious when you repeatedly win games of chance. Interesting. Alright, I want some more scrap for repairs. We're certainly accumulating a whole bunch of resources, and not a lot of them we can use yet. All right. Let's... Wait, hold on. No. Work on aligning some arrays. Interpret some signals. Rude. I guess we're gonna buy some food. Get some cupcakes, baby. Delicious. All right. Can I save? Of course I can't dynamically save. Go to the hidden wreck. All right, Eugen. Let's see how much we're gonna get fucked. Travel to contract. This is not what you promised. Serpent turns to Eugen with a raised eyebrow. Looking out across the field of debris, scattered around the small asteroid whose gravity has kept them there, you have to agree. Where do you even start looking? Eugen shrugs, unfazed. I said the wreck was hidden, transponder off. No flight records. I didn't say it was intact. If it was an easy job, I wouldn't have come with your crew. Would have just grabbed it myself. He winks. We all earn our share. It's definitely more than one wreck. Liz is leaning towards the window, staring out at the glittering debris. I see at least 3, maybe 4 different engine housings from here. Seraphin sighs. You really think there's something of value to be pulled from all that? I know there is. The tip-off is good. We just need to find the right part. He looks out at the wide field of debris. Of the right ship. Any clues? What I know is that a wreck with an item of great value is out here. That's it. He unstraps from his seat. You all afraid of some hard work? Is that it? Seraphin starts laughing. So, you're telling me we don't know what we're looking for, where it is, or what it's worth? Trust me or don't. Eugen shrugs. This will be worth your while. This is a hot tip. Sleeper, please. Seraphin turns to you, exasperated. Suddenly, a percussive beat interrupts the conversation. All of you turn your attention to Seraphin's terminal. What the? He taps a few keys. We've got an incoming ship. Their transponder just popped up. See? Eugen smiles. What did I say? A hot tip. Better claim it before they do. He jabs a finger at the readout. What have you got us into? Eugen looks innocent. I've given you a head start on a big haul. Don't waste it. I see a few obvious sights. Large bits of debris, clear hole sections. You should focus on those. Bliss unclips from their seat and glides out of the cockpit. See you lucky kids in the airlock. Ready, Cap? Eugen slaps you on the shoulder, kicks off to the cockpit door. See these fucking jokers, Seraphin? They're not like that guy. Seraphin shakes his head. I do feel a little baited outsmarted here. What are we doing out here, sleeper? He sighs. Look. Seraphin glances back over his shoulder. Just be careful. You nod and glide through the cockpit door, already trying to map the scattered debris in your mind. Alright, so 2 cycles before. So we got 2 cycles head start. Great. A lot there. Alright, so I can hack this. This can be mine. There's something that all 3 of us can focus on. Alright, it's either going to be crushed shuttle or scattered wrecks. This is 100% positive, so we can do that. Nice. +3. I'll do some analysis. Nice. Reroll 2 die. One of them went lower. Lovely. Nice. That's risky. Is there any safe actions I can burn dice on? Risky, danger, risky, danger. I'm the only one that can really do anything on this ship, it looks like. Alright. We're gonna burn a cycle. I want to take this a little slow. Come on, dice. Give me good dice. 3 1s! You absolute fuckface. Push. All right. Phase 2 of this one. Unlock with Cypher? Shit. Okay. Maybe the shuttle has it? Okay, Bliss, slice the door. Nice, nice. Alright, you made a cut. I'll do some hacking. Nice. Bit risky. Clear some of this wreckage. Nice. Okay. Oh, not what I meant to do. End the cycle. Eugen! Piece of shit, where are you? The distorted voice rattles through the ship as you are all finishing your breakfast in the mess. Everyone turns to look at Yujin. Serapent already shaking his head. Vesna, he says under his breath. He suddenly recalled the steely-eyed captain who confronted Yujin on the gyre back in the far Spindle. Open the airlock before I do something I'll regret. As her voice echoes through the room, you realize she must be at a rig's entry lock, using the comms panel out there into the ship. Yujin? He shoots you a resigned look. We should let her in. You kick off towards the door. The Serapent drifts between you and the exit. Sleeper, you sure about this? You can see he's angry. He's also looking to you for reassurance. We're just gonna talk. Serapent nods. Alright. But the moment this starts to go south, he shoots Yujin a glance, rebooting both of them out. Yujin follows as you glide down the airlock and hit the control for the exterior door. Let me handle her. Fine. He nods appreciatively and drifts forward between you and the airlock. You watch as the airlock cycles. And past Yujin, you see the silhouette of Vesna through the viewing window as she removes the helmet of her suit. Though he has been playing it cool, you see Yujin take a deep breath in preparation. I should shoot you right here. Vesna floats through the airlock door, her eye implants glinting, but I wouldn't want to give the wrong impression. Her metal eyes make it impossible to read her tone. Let her talk. So you treat all your clients, Yujin? Promise to deliver the coordinates they helped you find. Then instead, when you find out their value, go to another crew, try and steal the prize out from under their nose. I knew you were an amateur. She smiles. I know you're an idiot, too. Tell whatever stories you want, Vesna. Till I am paid, there is no deal. Yujin smiles. Did you pay me, Vesna? Vesna looks frustrated. You know as well as I do that payment was on the receipt of the coordinates. Well, sorry to say, I won't be able to deliver. Yujin shrugs. Deal's off. You piece of shit. Vesna's hand goes to her hip. Now, you are a guest on this ship. Serapent's voice comes from somewhere behind you, so I'll remember that. You turn back to see Serapent holding a hole bolter at his waist, wide muzzle trained on Vesna. Vesna lets her hand go loose at her side, abandoning her threat. Of course, she sighs. I thought you might all see the breach of trust in this situation, but I was wrong. I don't want to escalate this. On that, we are agreed. She backs a little towards the airlock door. Yujin, he looks at the freelancer. Don't think I'll back off. My team can find this thing faster than any mongrel crew. She smiles. First the prize takes all. May the better crew win. She smiles. Indeed. Vesna slips back into the airlock and hits the control panel. The doors scissor shut. Yujin suddenly tumbles forward as something hits him in the side of his head. Idiot! Serapent stands behind Yujin, having swung the heavy muzzle of the hole bolter directly into his head. You ever put this crew in danger like that again? Serapent's right. Yujin catches himself on the wall. It's okay. Wipes a little blood from his forehead. I get it. That was sloppy. Your whole thing is sloppy, Serapent bristles. It's how you get yourself killed. As much as I am enjoying this display of aggression and idiocy, Lissa's voice comes from behind you all. We still have a contract to complete. They push past to start suiting up. And now, we have competition. We should leave. Serapent slings the hole bolter onto his shoulder. Cut our losses. No, wait. Yujin wipes the corner of his mouth with the back of his hand. All this, and you're going to give up and turn tail? We are almost there. Shit. Serapent sighs. You're right. Alright. He glides over to Yujin and pats him on the shoulder. Time for you to prove your worth. I'll be watching. Alright. New location discovered? Okay, well that's fine. Oh no, 3 cycles before she beats us. What are we gonna do? Oh no. 100% positive, baby. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Baby. Maybe. Baby. Oh boy, scoping out some terminals. Perfect for me. For all the shit out of them, baby. Come on! Okay. At least burn one of his dice, clearing the wreckage. Nice. End cycle. Double sixes! Holy shit. God damn! That's what I'm talking about, baby. All right, Eugen. All right, we can gather scrap. I see. Okay. How much scrap? 4, it looks like. Okay. Let me finish hacking. Then we use the cipher here. And now, need to slice the wreckage. I see. Unsealing secrets. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, that's a no. Okay, we'll end this cycle. We should be able to finish extracting it. And I'm down a die. That's fine. Let's have Bliss crack it open. The cargo bay doors shudder open in silence as Eugen levers them apart. No, Bliss was the one leveraging them apart. This is it. The final layer to pull back before you reach Eugen's mysterious prize. Can't help but feel a little excited. Also a sense of satisfaction to the idea that you beat Vesna's crew to the wreck. You found it. You cracked it open. Now, you'll be the one to reap the rewards. And before it's fucking nothing, focus on the job. The doors are open enough for a person to glide through now. Beyond, there is only the darkness of the cargo bay. You follow Eugen in, the headlamps on your suit lighting his back, and the dusty void beyond. You see boxes appear, as if by magic out of the dark. Eugen glides past them. Does he not see them? You stop and take a look at the loot. A stack of 4 sealed boxes sits in the middle of the bay, their armored exteriors caked in dust. You wipe it away and squint at the aging label. They look like industrial ship components, still sealed, totally untouched. In the belt, where most tech has been through hundreds of hands, patched up and reconfigured, this is a solid haul. Not the kind of haul that gets crews fighting over it. Something doesn't add up. They aren't here. Eugen's voice crackles through the radio. Where are you? Back wall of the bay. Come see. You kick off from the crates and glide through the dark until you see Eugen, the back wall of the cargo bay, and something that confuses you for a second. A black shape, a ragged circle, around Eugen. You squint. Inside it, tiny lights twinkle. It takes you a moment, but you slowly realize that you are looking through a hole in the wall to the stars beyond. Someone beat us to it. His voice is flat. They are long gone. You serious? Look for yourself, he points. This happened a while ago. They punched in and took it. What aren't you telling me? What is it that was taken? Yujin turns back to you, his face pale in your torch headlights. He seems to be lost for words. Folks, Alyssa's comm comes through the suit comms channel. I've got Serpent telling me Vesna's crew are heading this way. Whatever you got in there, you want to keep it, grab it and get out now. I'm already heading for the rig. I'll get the cargo bay open and prep for your arrival. They pause. Don't dawdle. Well, we got some of the scrap, I guess. Yujin suddenly seems to regain his focus. The crates, he nods. Let's grab them and go. You glide back across the bay, your mind still racing with questions. Something about Yujin's reaction tells you he knew what he was expecting to find here. If that's the case, you think, then another lie he's told you. You both reach the crates and quickly lash them together, guiding them weightlessly out of the room between you. As you do, you meet eyes with Yujin, and he looks away. Really hope you two idiots are on your way back, Seraphin chirps over the radio, because Vesna's boys are just about to reach that wreck you're on. We're inbound, Yujin quickly responds, and clicks his radio off. Well, 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 Seraphin continues. Tell me then, what ancient and powerful treasure did you find in that thing? Gold? A Conway warhead? 3 case of components. Seriously? Seraphin pauses. Sleeper, me and you are gonna need to have a serious chat. Across the debris field, the ship in silence. Your eyes on the scrap for a sign of Vesna's crew. You don't think they'd ambush you, but then again, wouldn't put it past them. As you reach the cargo bay and guide the crates to the open door, you shoot Yujin a final glance. Give me time, he says quietly over the radio. I'll explain in time. And then Yujin remembers that he fucking turned off his radio a moment ago, and you didn't hear him. You consider pressing him, even shouting at him, but you realize there'll be plenty of time for that on the journey back to the far Spindle. For now, you just want to get out of here. Hey, but what about this? Nice. Nice. So much supplies. All right. Let's leave. All right, Yujin, explain. Yujin has spent the journey back to the far Spindle, avoiding Seraphin as best he can. Might be that he is afraid. But you get the feeling it's more likely he's been making himself scarce out of a genuine sense of regret. Seraphin, however, doesn't see his behavior so favorably. Slimy shit won't even show his face. Seraphin complains loudly as he finalizes talking. Put us in a spacer cruise site. No care for anyone but himself. Agreed. Seraphin turns to reply, but as he does, you see his eyes jump to the door behind you. You hear the rustle of movement behind your head, and turn to see Yujin in the cockpit's doorway, a rare serious expression on his face. I owe you all an explanation. His voice is low and steady. Believe it or not, this was not my plan. Yeah, your plan was to find the loot in that wreck and split with it, wasn't it, big man? Seraphin glares at Yujin. No. Yujin gives him a tired look. It wasn't. Come out, Seraphin. Bliss cuts in from the back of the cockpit. Vesna's been searching for a ship. Yujin looks over your heads at the far Spindle. An infamous ship. Seems like she already had a ship. Seraphin interrupts. That was part of the problem. Not a rig. Yujin looks down towards him. A fraction drive ship. An interstellar ship. That seems to shut Seraphin up. You don't blame him. An interstellar ship here? In the belt? That's tech from the core systems. No way. Yujin sighs. Get that you don't trust me, but I'm not lying. Shouldn't even be telling you now. Yujin frowns. When he gets out, there's a factory fresh faction ship. Somewhere in the belt, people kill for less. He shakes his head. Gangs kill for much less. You telling me there's a fraction ship that no one's ever found? Been sitting here since when? Seraphin shakes his head. Since the collapse? Believe it or not, exactly it. Eugen looks to you. Vesna put me on the trail. Do you want me to find its location for repayment? He looks away. An old debt. For the moment I found the data that verified its existence, or confirmed the ship was out there, I couldn't give it to her. That's when you found me. I keep it from her. Eugen folds his arms. You may have met Vesna, but you don't know her. Eugen meets your eye. He's one of the last people in the belt who should have a ship like that. Well, no one has the ship now. It even exists. Need I remind you, it wasn't there. Seraphin shrugs. Your data was a bust. No. Eugen shakes his head. It was there. Once. Those wrecks, those were the ships that fought over the fraction ship. A bunch of Solheim corporates who wanted to get out of the system when it all came down. That ship was their ticket. The Aphelion Path. Eugen looks out at the far spindle. It was there. Someone moved it. Hid it. Long before we got there. Leave the belt? Sign me up. Eugen laughs. You and me both, Sleeper. Eugen inhales, long and deep. I'm sorry, Sleeper. He looks at Bliss and Seraphin, and to you both as well. I wanted to keep this secret. I wanted to find the Aphelion Path, and I knew that, if I did, you would understand. Still, I was wrong to manipulate you. He bows his head. But I am not done. He raises his head, his gaze hard now. I will find the ship, and I will leave the belt. How will you do that? Seraphin shoots him a sly look. No ship of your own, and Vesna at your back. Eugen ignores him, and moves closer to you. Sleeper, I will uphold our deal. I will serve on your crew. When I have news of the Aphelion, you will know. How can I trust you? Only you can answer that, Sleeper. Eugen sighs. Would give you my word if it was worth anything. Seraphin turns to you. I know. I always say it. This time, you have to listen, Sleeper. Seraphin gestures to Eugen. This guy is no good. I've known his type. Don't bring him. This can be your escape too, Sleeper. Eugen meets your eye. Gotta say, bud, as much as I would absolutely love to have a second crew member, and you really do fill in some key skills I'm missing, you've kind of been jerking me around back and forth, and I feel like you're blowing a lot of smoke up my cloaca, and I gotta say, that ain't where smoke's supposed to go. Get off my ship. Eugen nods, looking down. So be it. You heard them. Seraphin gets up from his seat. Get out of here. Go, get! Eugen looks between you, then ducks out of the cockpit. A few moments later, you hear the hiss of the exterior door opening. Good riddance. Seraphin leaves the cockpit. Bliss gives you a nervous look. I hope I never give you cause to be treated like that. They slip out before you can respond. You stare out of the cockpit, the lights of the far spindle. Trust, once broken, cannot be rebuilt. You have to trust your crew. Drive failed. Well, hopefully giving up on that skill point's gonna be worth it.